Keep pounding crew back to another video. Keep pounding. Today's topic is the team captains, the depth chart, and the 53-man roster. If you like the video, if you like the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. Let's jump on in. So, Teddy Bridgewater, Christian McCaffrey, not a surprise. K1 Short, Shaq Thompson, not a surprise either. You know, um, so those are going to be your four. But the newcomers, Russell Okung and Tahir Whitehead, making captain status. That's really really interesting to start out the year, and I I don't know how I feel about Okung getting captain status. You know, if that's our strongest captain on the offensive line, we're in trouble. I got to say that right now because I don't know how I feel about that. You know, I feel like we have somebody that's better on our offensive line that should get captain status instead of Okung, but we'll take it, obviously. Uh, I think it's because they're veterans and they've been around the league for a while, and that's why they got captain status. But let's jump into this depth chart here. Wide receivers, you got DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Brandon Zylstra. Now, I mentioned Zylstra in a previous video, and I'm really, really happy that he's in our wide receiver core. That really shows our depth and how much speed we have. Samuel and Moore obviously have a ton of speed, but Zylstra has been showing it recently, so that really makes me happy. So Russell Okung, Greg Little at left tackle, Dennis Daly at left guard, Matt Paradis, Tyler Larson at center. Nothing surprising there. John Miller, Michael Schofield at right guard. Then you got Taylor Moton, Trent Scott, right tackle. And again, we kind of need a little bit more depth at tackle, in my opinion, but we'll take it. So Taylor Moton should do a pretty good job at right tackle, I feel like. You know, we would really, really like to have Okung stay on the field and stay healthy for as long as we could possibly keep him on the field. So, that being said, I don't know that he should get captain status, but, you know, it is what it is. I feel like a wide receiver should get it, you know? I feel like maybe DJ Moore, maybe Curtis Samuel should get it, you know? They've been around here for a few years now, and they should get at least a little bit of respect or at least a nod, maybe. But to give it to a left tackle that we just traded for this offseason is kind of questionable. But you know, whatever. We'll go into the season with that. That's fine. Tight end Chris Manhertz gets first string over Ian Thomas. I don't know how I feel about that one either. If you think about it, the tight ends are not really relevant in Joe Brady's offense. They're more blockers than they are receiving catchers. So, you know, I don't know what that says about Ian Thomas. You know, he's more of a catcher than a blocker. But I don't trust Manhurt's hands out there necessarily. But, if he can haul in maybe two or three uh, a half, then that could really help us in the long term. But I feel like Ian Thomas is more ready than Chris Manhurts is. It's just my opinion. Here you go. You got Robbie Anderson, Seth Roberts, and Pharaoh Cooper. Pharaoh Cooper made the cut at third string. That makes me happy to see Pharaoh Cooper in there. Um, I I feel like he deserves that spot for sure. He's earned it. He played well in training camp, and he did well during the drills. I mean, and I feel like he's earned it. So Teddy Bridgewater, obviously starting job. Will Grier and PJ Walker battling it out for second string. This is the interesting part about this. Who's going to win that second string job? My opinion, I think it might be Grier. He's been in the league a little longer than PJ Walker. PJ Walker's been in some practice squads, but he hasn't exactly earned a spot on our roster. So I think it's going to be Will Grier, but I'd like to see PJ Walker beat him out. That would be really great. Alex Armo fullback, of course. Christian McCaffrey starting job. Mike Davis second string. Trenton Cannon gets third string, and Bonifant gets moved to practice squad. Don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know that much about Trenton Cannon, so I can't really comment on that one. But Mike Davis has been okay. I don't know if that should be our second string choice or not, but I don't know. This is just one of those situations where you just got to trust Coach Rule and hope he knows what's best for the team. As far as some of these decisions, we as fans can question them, but I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to trust him and hope that these are the right decisions. Yeah, it's not easy making these decisions as coaches, and I respect that. So, we're just fans. We're not GMs. We're not owners. We're not head coaches. We're not assistant coaches. We're not scouts. However, we can do scouting ourselves, from the couch, but, and try to throw in our input. But at the end of the day, the coaches rule all. So, left defensive end, Brian Burns, Marquise Haynes, and Sharif Miller. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Left defensive tackle, Kawan Short, is back and healthy. That's always a plus for us. Zach Kerr behind him. Derek Brown, Bravion Roy. Happy with that. Derek Brown, our new draft choice, coming in and making an impact already. Excellent. Utura Gross Matos at right defensive end. Stephen Weatherly. And, of course, Obata gets re-signed after being cut the day before. And I can tell you this, the fan base absolutely went bananas when Obata got cut. I was part of that crew, I am not going to lie. That really made me have some mixed feelings about this management for a minute or two. But I'm happy to see Obata's back. Even if it's just third string, he's still back. Um, so then you got Shaq Thompson, Julian Stanford. I don't know that much about, so uh, I'll just leave you with that. If you want to do a little research on him and leave some info in the comments, please do. Because I don't know much about him. Tahir Whitehead, Adarius Taylor. Again, Adarius Taylor is not one of those names that jumped out at me in training camp, so I don't know much about him. You know, and I've had a lot to do, so for the record, I haven't had a chance to really study these guys and dig research wise into them. So, um, what I know right now is what I know. So, you know, again, like I said, anybody that I mentioned that I don't know much about, please do leave some comments down below. Leave some info if you feel like it, and I'll check out comments. I will. Um, I'll be taking a look at them before the game Sunday. So that being said, we're jumping into Jermaine Carter, Jeremy Chin for right outside linebacker. And I think Jermaine Carter's going to get it because Jeremy Chin was originally listed as a safety. Yeah, he's a free safety. That's what they're using him as. So that being said, Dante Jackson, Corn Elder. And I'm satisfied with that. Troy Prod Jr. gets the starting role because of Eli Apple being on the IR right now, or injured right now. So I like that. I think that was a smart move. I feel like Stanley Thomas Oliver has done enough to pass out Douglas, but you know that's not for me to decide. That's the coach's decision. You know, we're not at training camp, so um, we don't get the benefit of the full training camp experience like we usually do. You know, to where we can really study these guys and really learn their habits, their strengths, their weaknesses, their their movements, their mechanics. You know, everything that goes into it. So, um, you know, Coach Rule saw something, and the coaches saw something that we didn't get to see. So, you know, uh, we'll accept that one and trust the coaches. So, strong safety: Justin Burris, Sam Franklin. I'm okay with this. Trey Boston, Jeremy Chin, Miles Hartsfield. You guys already know how I feel about Trey Boston. I'm not gonna really dig into that again, but I am gonna question which Trey Boston are we gonna see? The Trey Boston that that plays hard, like his contract extension is up for grabs, or are we gonna see the Trey Boston that knows he's paid, knows he's getting a paycheck every week for 3 years, and just plays lazy and takes plays off? Which one are we gonna see? You know, that's motivation right there. We know what Trey can do when he actually puts the pedal down and actually focuses. But again, we don't know for sure what's going to happen there. So, Joey Sly gets the kicking job over Gano. You know, Gano went to the Giants. Doesn't surprise me that Gettleman picked him up. Joseph Charlton gets the punter job. And punt returner Pharaoh Cooper. You know, I kind of like that. I was going to say Zalstra, but Pharaoh Cooper is definitely an option for that, and I'm happy to see him get it. DJ Moore, I don't know how I feel about putting DJ back there. Because of the fact that we don't want him injured. You know, he's our main wide receiver, along with Curtis Samuel. So I'd really rather not see him injured, if we can help it. Trenton Cannon, kick return. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so DJ is going to be the punt return, second string. Trenton Cannon is going to be second string for kick return. And then you got Jansen, obviously a long snapper. So that rounds out your 53. So we are looking at practice squad. As of the moment that we re-signed Effie Obata, Kenny Robinson's on there. Yeah, Eli Apple's on the injury reserve. Clay Johnston, practice squad. Derek Thomas was an injury settlement. Natrell Jamerson on the practice squad and COVID list. Keith Kirkwood is on the IR. Rasul Douglas, we claimed off waivers from Philadelphia. Tackle Matt Caskey's practice squad. Woodrow Hamilton, practice squad. Mike Horton, practice squad. Austin Larkin, Miles Adams, Giovanni Ricci, practice squad. And Sam Tacklenberg, the center. Oh, and I missed Hyman as well. He's on there as well. Other than that, nothing really exciting going on with the transactions list. But this is going to be an interesting squad. Again, I'm going to stick with the 5-win prediction. I'm going to look at the schedule real quick and just run through that in this video. The Raiders, I think there's a solid 50-50 chance, but we should get the win there. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I don't want to call that one a loss just yet, but it just depends on what Tom Brady does to us, because he shreds our secondary every year. So no matter what team he's on. The Chargers, I'm going to call that one a loss. Cardinals, we should win. Falcons is going to be a loss. Bears, depends. Depends on a few things. Saints, loss. Falcons, loss. Chiefs, that's going to be a loss. Everybody saw the Chiefs game tonight. That's just obvious. We don't have even half the talent that the Chiefs have right now. Buccaneers, we're going to split with the Buccaneers, I think. Lions, we should beat. The Lions are awful. Vikings, I feel like that could be a 50-50 game. Broncos, could be a win. Packers, that's going to be a loss. That's in Lambeau. Washington, probably a win. Saints is going to be a loss to finish up the season. There's a few 50-50 games this year, but as of right now, I'm thinking 5 5 to 6 wins because we have Teddy Bridgewater and because we have the level of talent that we have right now. That could change at any point in the season. So don't hold me to that. Like I said, there's a lot of names that I'm still trying to learn and what they can do, what they can't do. So once we get a couple of games under our belt, then I'll reassess what we're doing with. Plus, I'll have some scouting under our belt from looking at other teams and what they've been able to do. So, that being said, that is where I'm going to leave this video. So, if you have any thoughts or comments about what you've seen in this video, please throw them in the comments below. Please do. And the next video you should see is from the start of the season. Please do join the Facebook group. I'm going to post the link down below. We'll be doing some live streams throughout the season during the games. I'll be posting thoughts, comments, stuff like that, about other games as well as ours. So I definitely encourage everybody to do that. Thank you for your support. Let's start this season off right. Let's play with energy. Let's play with happiness. Let's play with joy, the love of the game, and just overall be us. The best version of us that we can be. That's all we can do. So until then, until Sunday, guys, keep pounding. Let's go get that win over the Raiders.